And go. Hello, everyone, and welcome to the pre-Nations Cups training match between Poland and Russia. I'm Grilicious. I'm joined by three very lovely people. I have Chat Noir,
Hello.
we have Gosset,
Afternoon.
and we have Aaron.
Hi.
So the purpose of this stream is basically just to look at the new module that's going to be tested out for Nations Cup, because very few of us actually know what's going on. So we're gonna learn it together, for better or for worse, at least. So, Gosset, you played a little bit of this before.
Yes.
What was your first impressions?
I had mixed feelings towards this new game mode. Especially because most of the teams before this mode was announced were practicing with the old classic battle mode, and this is quite a shock for everyone. For several reasons I prefer the old mode, but I think this is a nice change, and it's a nice alternative for a community that needs some new stuff, some fresh air. My main complaints, or the strong points as well. Well, it's a relatively new game mode, designed for this NC. And it's a system that supports teamfights and rewards clever positioning, as in, it's not that important to win a teamfight by pure force and skill. You can basically win a round by just raising the flags and zoning the enemy out of the fight. It supports clever positioning instead of sheer skill.
Okay.
And that's something really nice, but it's not very watchable.
Yeah, that's what we're testing here tonight, basically. Like, can this be watched and still enjoyable? Because
Yes.
I think when you play it, it might be fine. I mean, I haven't tried it out yet. But I'm a little bit worried about how it's gonna look. Especially, I'm a little bit worried about new teams trying to like pay attention, because Nations Cup is to me something that everyone can watch. Like, you don't need to know the clan so much because you have your country. Like, I know Swedish people who never paid any attention to this game who watch this Nations Cup, like in Warband, because like, oh cool, Sweden's playing, and they'll watch it. But now I don't think they can pay attention to the mod, which is a little bit worrying. I think that's going to affect viewers quite a bit.
It
Well,
is very
that's-
confusing, indeed.
Surely that's a challenge for the streamers then to explain it adequately and
That's very true. But
explain
how long...
the tactics and what's going on, not just in the fights, but the tactical situation.
This depends then on how much time you need to give the streamers to do that, because there's already, at least whenever I commentate, there's not enough time in the pre-match to go through all of that. Like, we usually talk about all the players almost, stuff like that. And now it's a little bit, we might have to start 10 minutes earlier, just because we need 10 minutes to explain how the game mode works. I don't feel like that should be necessary. I feel like you should be able to know already a little bit more of the mod just from playing the game. I mean, right now there's not even any public service out for this, which makes it even more difficult for people to learn.
Yeah. When are the NC supposed to be starting?
I think it's beginning of March.
Yeah,
So
it's
about
supposed
a
to be in
month.
the beginning of March or
So a
halfway
month
through it.
away.
So it's going to be a month or
Yeah.
less.
Which is not that much time to learn a new game mode.
No.
Yeah, this is one of the main complaints of team captains and members of several NC teams, that they haven't had time to fully understand and comprehend this new mode. It's a bit confusing. Most teams have been practicing with the classic mode weeks before the NC starting, or even months, and now they struggle to understand and make tactics with the new mode. They haven't adapted, and that is why there has been this whole debate in the Telewars forums over we should adapt or discard this new mode. Some teams have even gone as far to say that they won't participate because of it. Like
we
Finland.
struggle, for example, like Norway. Like, I would captain Norway, but at this point it's a little bit difficult to do because I need to teach people how to play the game. There's a lot of like Napoleonic War players, stuff like that, who just don't know how to play this mode. I don't even know how to play this mod yet. But it is live, and it started. It seems like Poland started with a flag here, so they need to start moving. Notice there's no time. Is that how it's meant to be? Oh, there it
Yeah,
goes.
it's a quite
Just
short
popped up.
time, and I need to get the flag to this flag spoon near the archway. There's some kind of arrow pointing down.
Yeah. So they had
Or
now
they
the
can also
decision to
take
go
like
to.
other flag spoons, like graveyard or whatever.
Yeah,
It's
they
not
just
like
took the
classic
graveyard
mode
here.
was really slow paced, but this is even faster paced because the whole thing revolves around the flag. There is no
Potentially.
picking up the members one by one. It's about outzoning the enemy.
So way more
having a clever
tactical than
position.
it is.
It's
skills,
way more tactical
which...
indeed. It rewards team play.
So they put now. This is a very good position for Nords in general to have. So essentially, to me, it feels like Poland already won the round before they even started because they put it in the best position possible.
Half of the Russian team is gone.
Yeah, I mean they're getting some kills back here, more and more. This is actually quite well done by them. By the way, I apologize. There's no streamer mod. It's not working as intended with this mod yet, so we will just have to be very basic tonight. But I mean, this was clever by Poland, of course. They put it where they needed to put it. Like, there's no way for Rolex to win that fight unless they have hammers almost. Like, they can just essentially shield wall at the entrance and then shoot them.
Is it the case that they can't choose that same one a second
Yeah,
time?
Yeah.
So
They
now
can't-
they've got
they
a more
can-
difficult.
But I mean, they can still just go mid, right? Mid seems to be free again, so they could just
And
go
now
there.
we see
Yeah,
Poland
they can
advancing through the
either
bridge,
use
flag in
the
hand.
flag spawn in the mid, or that what's in favor of the opponent team.
It seems like they would just pick wherever they are not, like wherever Russia is not. So right now, that's pretty much what they're doing. I mean, who has the flag here? It's Virus has the flag, and looks like they're just opting to fight. So there's no movement disadvantage to having the flag right now, which is why he can just use it. Next one is asking a question as well, like how do you actually drop the flag? But this
You just need to go over the point, I think, and it automatically drops that.
Can you not drop it just by like with a button? Like if they say, okay, Virus, I don't want you to have the flag right now. I'm gonna give it to someone with an easier name. A Prince over there, who just died. So probably not give it to him, but like can you not switch like to who has the flag?
Guess it. I guess you played it. Can you drop it?
I haven't had the flag in the whole time that I played this mode, so I'm not entirely sure.
Also, okay, so they don't
Needless to say
spawn
that
with
I haven't
it.
played it much though. I tested it with Team Spain against Bene. However, it was only a couple of sets, and I didn't have the opportunity to grab the flag and bring it where I was supposed to bring it, so I can really tell. Sorry.
Okay.
So is it the case that the winners of the round get the flag the next time?
It seems like
Yes.
it, yeah.
Well, once you capture the flag, you become the attacker in next round. So you have the advantage if you keep winning.
Okay, I see. So right now they cannot go back to graveyard. I mean, is that just because they didn't plant the flag at all, or is it because...
Oh, the flag's been planted. I don't know
Yeah,
how.
they did plant it in middle. But...
They didn't plant it last round, did they?
Yeah, they didn't. So could they have, if they planted it in mid last round, could they then have put into it in graveyard this round? So
Infantry fighting coming in middle.
It's looking like they picked a good position again. I mean, this is where they need to pick it. Like, it seems like
North
faction
is
imbalance.
strong here. They
Yeah.
won't get bidden. Virus
Doing
very
very
nice
good.
javelin shots.
Yeah, that's very good. It seems like faction imbalance is gonna have a bigger deal, but from Prussia just kill 3 people. That might be Arnie, I think.
I want to make a
Nice comeback
statement here.
Russia.
I feel personally that most of the current competitive maps are not designed specially for this new mod, and that's a big problem.
I'm not that against the idea of that, just because you can do what you want with it. Like, it doesn't need to be specially designed for it. You can still figure out things.
No, I mean this map works, but several maps I've seen with this mob do not really have sense when the flags spawn.
I would be very worried of open maps.
Yeah.
Because like you could win a free round just by planting the flag very close to you. Which means you get the flag the next round as well.
And just running away from the enemy and just zoning him.
Yeah.
You don't have to kill a single enemy to win the round. If you have the flag, you run around, you plant it in the last second, and you have it.
So
you
far,
don't?
I mean, we see North being strong on a close map, which is acceptable. Like that's not different than usual. I will not even count the scores, by the way, people. So, maybe I should. Well, we'll see. It's more difficult for me to pay attention now. But you were saying something?
Yeah, I have another question. Because Gasset said if you plant the flag in the last second, you win. You don't have to raise it a certain amount above the other flag, then.
You have to raise it.
I think you have to raise it fully.
Like, as long as you have the minimum before the round ends, you should be winning.
Okay.
Don't you have to raise it
the
fully if the
battle normal
plant
system in this way.
I think you need to raise it fully, don't you? If you plant the
believe not.
flag, then you have to either.
It was in the description that you have to raise the flag in full, but maybe it's different.
Maybe. I'm not quite sure yet. I think you have to.
I wonder if they'd be prepared to test it for us.
Probably not.
We'll get those out now.
But it will probably be an open map afterwards, and I think if it will happen, that's where it will happen. So we can see it there.
I was wondering why was in the first round why were not like attacked by Daffield. I thought there is a kind of flag fight in the first round to define which one is attacker or defender. But
I think Team 1 always starts as the people with the flag.
Oh, okay.
But
this is a kind of bit difficult because then you have a great advantage because you naturally will win the first round because you place the flag quite
it's very likely.
in favor.
It seems like it might reward a little bit too much just to spawn the flag. I mean, especially here, like Nords on a close map deciding where to plant the flag. That's insane power. Like, how do you fight that?
So you expect both teams to get 3-0 and the Nords?
I don't know. At this point, it depends a lot on actual skill. Like, do you think?
Well, you're arguing both ways here.
Yeah. Well, I mean, in this case, because now they are actually like they're quite even in skill in general. I think Russia and Poland.
Russia is managing to put up a fight in a close map against Nords, and now that we're switching the factions, we shall see.
Well, I mean, the first round was a stomp, basically.
Yeah,
that was
it was a stomp.
slaughter.
But it's Nords in a close map. Some things never change, regardless of which mod you're playing.
But like right now, Russia should just do exactly the same as Poland did. They're just gonna run to the graveyard, plant it there, and then wait for the fight.
The appeal to this mod, though, is that with more balanced maps and factions, where not a faction has a clear advantage, you can rely more on movement, on positioning, on team play, rather than just stomping the enemy with sheer force, like this map is about. With every close map and nodes is about.
Yeah, I guess I think maybe the flex points need to move then as well, because actually flex points right next to your team spawn point is not a good deal here. For this mod.
I think basically Poland is gonna have to do a miracle here to be able to beat Russia in the first round. And I think it's gonna be a little bit boring because, like, of course now Russia's just gonna run to graveyard. If they do anything else, it's a misplay. I can't see any benefit to ever going far away from your spawn, basically. Especially
it means you have your safe flag plant for your second round. I suppose
that's true.
If the other team were,
but I mean, this is the first round, which means you want that gold advantage. Like, if you win the first round, you get that gold, and then you can take a more difficult flag spawn next. Because if you lose the first round, the enemy gets to plant it wherever they want, which means they're basically 2 up if they do the same. Like, let's say, for example, Poland does win on the first set here, or around here, and they now get the flag. They plant it next to their spawn, which is also very difficult to attack. Which means they basically have 2-0 already.
But if Russia had planted it back at Poland's spawn, then Poland wouldn't be able to do that in the second round, would they?
That's true, but I mean, I can't see why Russia wouldn't just go directly to the graveyard. I mean, we'll have to see. I mean, Russia, they know tactics. Like, they're very experienced. Like, I can't see any reason why they wouldn't.
I can see what you're saying. It's a very safe strategy, but that doesn't mean that a risky strategy might not have a better payoff.
That's potentially true. we'll
One
have
thing
to
is
see.
for sure, and is that Poland will have to pull off a very difficult feat to win this round against Nords.
Yeah, I mean,
If
from
they do so, they're gonna have the flag on their side for the next round, and that might prove a very good advantage in a close map against Nords. So it's in their best interest to try to win this round as hard as possible.
The
Yeah,
flag's
and
gone
on the
straight to
graveyard
graveyard
as
here.
expected.
Yeah, I mean, Graveyard's too powerful at this point. And
Both teams have really good infantry, so
that's
I
very
expect
true.
to see a very good Slavic rumble.
That's true. There's not that much. I mean, the question now is like, I guess, I didn't notice this before. Will the timer reset once he plants the flag?
I'm not sure. I think you got some kind of overtime.
Yeah.
Like 90 seconds for
Yeah.
raising the flag.
That's true.
I'm not sure. I like to tell you, but as I said, I
I
have a little bit of experience in this mod, but not so much.
Clearly, we all did our homework.
Yeah, I mean, this is, look, it's first impressions. We're like this. I read through the thing once when it came out, and I was like, oh, dear lord, they're changing everything, and I didn't read it since. So,
as I said, it's a very good thing.
Here?
Oh, go on. Sorry.
I think, what is this tactic that you're doing? Is this like waiting for the last second to plant the flag, or what? No, you know,
it's
they did it now. But I mean, that's the thing. Right now, Rodox had to push into a very disadvantageous position, which is, I think, what Russia was doing. They were just trying to, okay, push in then. Oh, and Russia's moving out. This is not the play.
They are not raising it. They're engaging Poland right
Yeah,
on.
they just put the flag down and then start fighting, which is not really what you want to do. Right now, you're fighting.
And so far, it's not going as good as they thought.
Yeah.
They've lost from Prussia and this guy with a weird name.
Yeah, I mean 2-2 now. But Prince with
this
a
is too even
shot.
for Russia.
Yeah,
Why
this is.
did they not stay?
Poland
They
is
are
taking
losing
this
the
round. Yeah. That was very silly of them.
Maybe they wanna try out what they can do in this mod. Maybe it's like they also do some risky stuff just to check out how it works. This in this mod.
That's true.
I mean, you need that experience for the tournament if. Because you need to know what can I do, what shouldn't I never do.
This is one of the things you should never do.
Well, I did not expect this, the Polish miracle. Now they have the flag for the first round.
That's very true.
And this will prove a really good advantage over the Russians for the rest of the set.
I mean, actually, this might actually be a better spectator sport, basically, than the current system. Because now we can actually analyze what they're doing instead of just, well, they should have done this instead.
They've planted the flag already at their spawn.
Yeah, they seem to be very aggressive in planting the flag. I think maybe they should have just waited. Yeah. But they're actually not raising it now.
They're off it. No, they were for a second.
They were there for a second,
Not back.
Nord is sneaking up on them here. Yeah, this is also the old 4-1 for some reason.
What is the benefit in this mod of not raising the flag? I didn't get it.
There is none.
There is none. The whole thing revolves around the flag. But
Yeah,
still,
the flag is
if you're confident enough, you can bash the enemy team and kill them all.
Which is what Russia tried to do. But they completely destroyed them. Yeah. Now they have one person. They're trying to split push here, but that's not gonna work. They're pushing up here. But also they changed the timer, right? So it takes much longer to actually raise the flag. Could have been a nice there. Carpe diem though, not exactly the same. Poland's looking not so good anymore. Those triple kills here from Russia just destroyed them. What they could have done here is just wait at least one more minute and then.
Prince is up here, has a good position.
He's doing
might be able to get some good shots.
They could. Nah, I mean it's 2 versus 5.
Yeah.
5.
4 now. They could potentially do it.
I'd like to read their names, but
yeah.
Christ.
It's
nice
a little bit
Prince.
difficult.
They're fending off them.
Yeah, 2 versus 3.
Good.
They're in a
now
very good position. The cab and misplay there.
It's perfectly doable.
2 versus 2 now. Worst
they
case scenario.
A really nice comeback.
The flag's gonna go down though, but those holds were scary there. It's Black Devil. This is a very good player.
Oh,
I don't know who
Prince.
Prince goes down. Yeah, this is not good, looking good. I have no idea who that is. But
Me neither.
Oh, it did take
that
one.
was so
That
close.
was
Such a good round.
that
And
was actually a very
play
good round.
by the Polish infantry.
That was way too close. 1-1.
That
So
was
far the flag hasn't worked out for any of them.
yes.
Russia now has a flag. I'm a little bit surprised.
I can see how they struggle to play with the new mod. They're still using classic mode tactics and
Yeah.
classic mode.
Basically, like they still think the flag is. I think you need to learn now to play more with the flag. Like just because if you have the flag right now, all of the pressure is on Poland. Like Russia now can control the entire fight wherever they want to go.
Yeah,
Basically,
but
they
as you
have
can
to
see
follow.
here, so the graveyard didn't work for them.
It also can't spawn there again though. You can only
You
place it in one position per map. I
Yeah.
think. Well, I mean, you can't really do that because now there's only one position you can plant it.
Russian infantry advancing to the middle,
Play was
rushing head
AFK.
on against the Polish.
That's not what
This
Poland
is
is
looking
right now.
grim for the Poles.
Yeah, one AFK and one couch in the early game. This is not going well. And now fight. Oh, Cap tries to. Oh, not that great awareness there of that infantry player. Very difficult to do this without name tags. Oh, this is
it.
This is not Poland's round. I think they were just sleeping on this one. They ended up planting the flag as well, so let's see now what happens. Oh, Blade disconnected, that's why he was AFK. So right now, alright, now the flags are reset, which means they can plant it in graveyard again. Which they should do now, and just stay inside. A lot of writing that I do not understand. They're gonna do. See, I think Russia is playing a little bit smarter. Okay, never mind. They just planted the flag. I was gonna say like they should just wait at least like maybe 1 or even 2 minutes there and just plant the flag. Then the pressure is entirely on Poland.
That's not gonna happen. They're both teams too aggressive, rushing each other
Yeah,
every round.
Russia is very known to be aggressive.
Yes.
I
Remember
think
in
Poland
this very
as well.
same spot 2 rounds ago, they rushed at the
Yeah,
enemy
they
team
rushed out of
outside
the
the
secure
graveyard
position.
when they had the position.
This is like playing Siege. Like you never push outside.
Yeah.
Stay inside where it's nice and cozy.
But then again, as Chat mentioned, this is a training match. It's a scrim.
Yeah,
they're adapting to the new mode. They're trying new techniques.
I like it. They're playing it to learn, which is very good.
It was a bold move, but
it could have worked.
fruitless.
I mean, if they caught them on surprise there, it could have worked quite well. But nice shot there. This sneaky archer in the bush. Oh, Cat goes in. No kills yet. A lot of damage being dealt though. Not a single death. There we go. Russia with 2 kills. Poland takes 1 back. 2 back. 3 back. 3-3.
This is looking even.
Yeah, it's very even so far. But I mean, right now, Russia did manage to push in here. They're fighting basically
Russia
at the same
is getting
position.
the upper hand, I think. No,
Prince though, Prince
not
denies him
quite.
that. Oh, there it goes.
It is too even.
Prince
to
does
say.
go down, yeah. 59 seconds left.
Virus gets a
well
kill
played.
against Rabo.
3 versus 3. It's gonna need some help here.
And Matafix gets mowed down in the corner whilst
Yeah.
trying to shoot. Virus advancing on Red War.
Oh,
Red War, very veteran Russian player.
nice
And
bump there.
Virus gets spammed to death. Round
Russia
for
taking
Russia.
it.
Very good fight.
It's very difficult to push through there. So the score is now 4-3, I believe.
Yes, 4-3 for Poland.
So what's the next match?
I have absolutely no idea.
Ah, okay, be a surprise.
I don't think they even know.
I
So-
thought you said it would be open, so I thought you knew.
No, they didn't even know. I wasn't told about the flag or the maps. I didn't even know this was gonna be played. It looks like ruins. Oh no. Well, okay. So there's one situation here. I'm wondering. Let's take Russia. Let's say they plant the flag on a bugged position on the map. I'll show the stream as well which flag is bugged when I download the map. This over here. You'll see the arrow pointing as well. So if they put the flag there, and one of the Polish cavalry say like, you know what, my entire team is dead, I'm just not gonna fight, and he runs around to try to save his equipment. The enemy team then has to completely raise the flag, right? Like they have to spend 90 seconds raising the flag.
I guess if I remember from the last round, it's a bit faster than 90 seconds. If no enemy is around the flag, then it's quite fast.
But the thing is, you cannot win because that flag is bugged, which means you can't raise it fully.
Yeah.
So I'm wondering what's gonna happen then, because they need to kill it.
It's fixed in the mod, at least that flag bug, but I'm not sure.
I hope so, because otherwise it would maybe make a 5-minute round where everyone's trying to chase the cab, which is hilarious to look at. But I mean,
I think that this map is not going to be that much about team fights and constant engagements, but more tactical mindset and clever positioning, zoning the enemy. It's an open map. We expect to see a whole different thing than we saw in the previous one.
That's true, but I mean, 2 of these flags are quite unbalancedly located.
Yeah.
While Poland, for example, Poland starting on the top of the hill there, they have one very good one in the middle ruin, while Russia has 2 quite good ones, basically on their side of the map. So I'm wondering, like, I mean, it looks like Poland is gonna be the ones. No, Swadia will start with the flag, which means they could basically here have 2 free rounds if they manage to defend it properly. And I mean, Russian archers, I think they're gonna do a lot of work here. I'm not so sure about their infantry. The infantry held up quite well against Poland. Actually, ended up winning most of these fights. This, I don't know.
Both teams have exceptionally good infantry.
Yeah, they do.
But I am very unsure of which role will they have in this open map, which will basically be much archer work.
Yeah, it's gonna be
that many engagement.
I think Poland might have the edge in.
I presume an imp has to carry the flag, does he?
What?
Does an imp have to carry the flag?
No,
I think cavalry can.
You could do it on, but you have to dismount on top of the flag first, and then you.
Yeah, that's inconvenient.
And you can carry a flag on a horse.
Yeah.
Yeah, but your speed is reduced.
Yeah, I think it's reduced 50%. Yeah.
Yeah.
But I mean, it's still quicker than an infantry by far. So I feel like I think Russia's gonna win 2 rounds here. It all depends on how well they are at defending.
In chat, Robin said that in overtime the flag will raise automatically.
In who's for
overtime.
Whoever placed it.
I'm not quite sure what that means.
I'm guessing the team who planted the flag will then start having it raised automatically.
I think it's like if you plant the flag and then still the round goes out, but if there's fight around the flag, so there's both teams next to the flag, then you get that overtime. You already got that in the normal battle mode, because it doesn't stop instantly. You have still something to raise, and then it stops like a little bit of overtime, and then it's decided by the height of the flag. But if it's like in this new game mode, it's like if I got it right from the description, it's like in overtime the flag don't go down anymore. So even if you go away from the flag, it won't lower again, and both teams can raise it at the same time, and team wins who has raised it first to the top.
Alright, so we're live, both teams are ready, ready and go.
Russia's
and now we will see
here.
How this mode works in open map.
They're gonna give it to one of the. They're not gonna give it to an archer. Why would they give it to an archer? Feels to me like they would already start positioning those archers up in the hill. A lot of archers are shooting at Red War here.
Isn't the most sensible option to give it to an infantryman that can take
infantry,
more damage?
yeah, because he's gonna be on the flag
Why
anyway.
Why would you give it to an archer that's supposed to shoot and zone the enemy? I don't understand.
I would give it to, for example, let's say, oh god, the names, Black Devil here. And because he's gonna stand on the flag anyway, that's the role of an infantry on an open map. He's just gonna be there and look pretty on the flag.
Yeah, that's.
I mean, now both of them are there.
Yeah,
right now,
archer with the crossbow carried it is now going to position.
Yeah, he's
The
like
flag's been
completely in the
planted
open.
and Sweden is raising it.
Smart move by
4
Poland here,
cavalry by
trying to sneak
Sweden.
up.
And Serenade cavalry goes in and...
Certain cavalry cannot afford to. Red War, even taking a hit there because he's so out of position. He should have just given it to the infantry, in my opinion.
Well, I don't know what he's
2
doing
hits.
now. He did a huge
Yeah,
circle.
I'm not quite sure. I think.
And
he
Serenade
might...
cavalry is dancing around the flag, poking the
Eva
enemies.
taking Princeton. It's a good kill. Carpathian taking from Prussia. I mean, it looks like they're trying to circle around them again. But
They
have to
are
be very
circling
careful
around the
here.
flag. I think they're zoning the enemies.
Seems
That's a
like
really smart move by Poland. Keeping the Swedes out of the flag
it. Yeah.
and trying to...
I think this might also have been a
Pick
little
them
bit of
up
a
one by
misplay
one.
from Russia.
Pardon?
I think this was also a bit of a misplay by Russia. I mean, Russia right
Yeah.
now is doing drops in the middle of the tower.
Yeah.
They can't really do this because right now Poland has the advantage on positions.
I think
Motapix
that
is now in the
Poland
hills.
thinks things through more than Russia. They play a little bit on the run, you know, doing drops when there's 1 minute left to finish the round. It's a
Yeah.
little bit weird.
It's not really what they want to do because right now Russia's actually attacking their own flag position.
They planted the flag and lost it in a second.
Yeah, right now Poland should plant one person on the flag and then they'll essentially win, which seems to be what they're doing. Cavalry here is getting dismounted.
Sebastian dismounts, and now the Swedish infantry is engaging the flag.
Yeah,
Red War included.
but Poland has the advantage here. Black Devil though, doing good work, taking down Sebek.
Maybe not.
Mata
It appears
though.
that Swedes are reconquering the position.
Look at the crossfire Poland has here on the flag.
Jesus
It's
Christ,
beautiful.
the Polish archers.
They're
That's
gonna do work here.
That's such a smart positioning. That was what I was talking about
What? 4
in the
seconds
beginning
left?
of the stream. When
Yeah.
I was saying that this rewards clever positioning.
Yeah, that's
Exactly
very true.
this thing I was mentioning.
So right now, this time is
this
zero.
is overtime, I guess.
Yeah,
yes.
now it's overtime. Which means it's raising in the favor of Russia, which means they don't even need to be on the flag right now. Yeah, it's rising automatically. Okay.
Yeah.
This is a strange system, but it's also raising the Saranus one. But
Yeah,
because
it's
Svadia is there
Oh,
quicker.
I
with them.
see. Yeah, that makes
It's
a
an
lot of
interesting
sense.
story. Yeah, that's okay. I can see this being okay. Poland is gonna take the round though, because I feel like Russia just outplayed themselves there. This was very strange.
Beautiful work by the Polish.
Very good, yeah. They saw the opportunity to just like take in the defensive position. Now they're gonna have the flag.
Checking
Also
the
giving it
chat,
to an
I
archer.
consider the Russians do not very much like the new mode.
I don't think Poland really likes it either. I'm so far I'm kinda okay with this. They think
I have
the
mixed
flag.
feelings.
Yeah,
towards
I mean,
this. I think it's very nice thing to create new stuff. That's you know, a little bit of fresh air for the community, an alternative for the classic battle mode. But I think that they announced this. They should have announced this way before than they did, so people could start practicing.
I
This
also
is too
don't
sudden.
think this was the time to do it. I think they should have just waited for an
NC is
issue.
starting literally in 1 week or less, or maybe 2 weeks tops, and they just recently announced it. Team captains are in a loss. They don't know how to command this. They don't know which tactics to use, and I can understand why.
I feel
Yeah.
like
This is
I
so
will
different.
not spend that much time learning, basically relearning tactics for this game, for Nations Cup. Which I mean, there's a good chance these will not be permanent changes. If
Yeah.
this was how the permanent change would be, I would be more open to learning it. But
Yes.
I mean,
I think Nations Cup may be the wrong tournament to
Nations Cup is
introduce it.
wholly almost in this game. Like it's the time
It's
and like
basically
it's
like
just,
the main competitive, most watchable tournament that there is in Woven.
It is also the most fun one.
Yeah. Maybe classic battle mode would be the best for this tournament, but I do appreciate that the guys who made this. It's a nice innovation. It's a good addition. I'm
Yeah,
totally convinced of
absolutely.
this.
I'd love to see a tournament
And
made
it
just for this
introduces
battle
different
mode.
mechanics than the battle one does. So that's what I
I,
think.
as a streamer and a commentator, I could see like this actually being more interesting a little bit, but I feel like the teams don't know how to use it well enough yet. But I mean, this is a training match. We should keep that in mind. This is also not probably gonna be the rosters that these teams put up, so we won't really know what the changes will be I mean, they're also working continuously on the mod, right? I know there used to be 5 flag locations you could use. They switched now back to the original 3.
It's again
Well, 5's interesting.
2 poles versus the whole Russian team.
The thing with 5 flags would be you have so many positions. Like, where would you put the 2 extra flags on ruins?
There's plenty of space.
Yes,
But
I
where
guess
it wouldn't
that's a
be in the
problem.
massive advantage. I mean, if you could put it near one of the flag spawns, you could basically raise the flag entirely before the enemy team gets there, unless they're 8
Oh,
cav.
yeah. But I think perhaps you wouldn't keep the 3 that are already there then.
Potentially. I'm still surprised that they give these flags to the archers. I mean, right now Russia's doing it. Also, Poland is just shooting into the spawn of Russia. Like,
Perhaps I don't have the insight that they have, but I honestly do not understand why would you give the flag to an archer that's supposed to be shooting and zoning enemies. You can give it to an infantryman. In open maps, what's the role of an infantryman if it's not to take
be on the
damage
flag,
and move around?
Yeah.
I mean, your job as an infantryman is just stand on the flag. That's it. You have no other role on an open flag except
And
survive on the flag.
If you're choosing where to put the flag, you've also got the option to choose where to get the best crossfire, presumably.
Potentially, yeah.
Although,
I mean,
say in this case.
Potentially, yeah, exactly. I mean, it depends a bit on the team here. Like, Poland's very
You can
aggressive.
see like little bees, the Poles are doing their organizational job, and the archers are set up for the crossfire.
Yeah.
Matafix on the side, landing some shots on the infantrymen,
This...
and cavalry protecting them.
This infantryman on the side here is just Prince. Is just walking up to their
Yeah.
entire team very bravely.
And the Poles are taking their time. They're not
Oh.
engaging yet. They're
Russia's
waiting.
taking 2 kills though.
Yeah,
And
Prince
Sebastian
is
is gonna go down soon.
Yeah. Watching a second down for Kuhner. Right now, nobody's on the flag.
Double kill.
Kuhner
there
gets
we
a
go.
double kill.
That's very well by him. No clue where that happened. Poland taking down from Russia as well. Poland's looking up here. Like, they have 1 extra kill here.
And
now.
nice job by the Polish cavalry.
That was very well done. The team player of Poland seems to be doing work here.
Yes. You can see that they do not rely on their sheer force, but on team play.
It seems like the thing. Oh, there goes the team play though. But
Oh,
I
that's
think
my fault for speaking.
exactly. It's the commentator's curse.
Yes.
But I think maybe the flag right now is just like, you know what? We don't really like this game mode. We're just gonna fight, kind of thing. Which is a shame, because I think this mod, if it came out maybe 2 years ago, it could have been a new competitive standard. But at this point, I think this is just not the time.
I think the Russians are far better than this. They can do
Yeah,
so
I
much
mean,
better. They're not putting
on
the effort. If I
ruins
was a
even?
teacher, I would give them a C note with see me after class mark.
there's no way that Poland picked this map. This is Russia's map, because I played countless matches against Russia on this map, and they are scary good on it. I think maybe they're being a little bit triggered by the fact that they don't like this mod. Like, I think that's why they're also making these misplays. I mean, we could be wrong, and they just want to test things out as well, of course.
Yeah, but I mean, that's what these matches are for, isn't it? To test the limits.
Yeah, that's true.
Mm-hmm.
Right now, who has the flag?
I cannot see. Just checking right now, really quick.
I was just checking to see if anyone
Oh,
has
It
it.
has
it's
it's in the hands
bisexual
of
room.
Prince.
Oh yeah, okay.
They're
Of
going
course. I naturally assumed that Russia had
Oh
it.
no, going back to the middle.
He's gonna plant in the middle. This is the best position for them right now, especially considering their archer power. They have 1 archer in each ruins, I think. Maybe not in the back one, but they're not even giving shields to their archers. This is like America. But
I guess they have that base package of arrows. That's why they do these
Yeah.
shots at the spawn, so they have plenty of arrows to throw out within the time.
yeah, I agree. Deacon makes a good point in chat as well. Like, they don't really have the good cav for it.
NA
Russia.
meta.
I mean,
A little bit.
it's like a new tactic. If you constantly fire on the opponent team, and then they are slower to get the flag in place.
Yeah.
Hi, I got a follow. Thank you. Henry did a sneaky shot there. So I turned that off. Sorry about that. But Poland is doing work here.
Oh, flag's going up.
Very high up here. I mean, they still have 1 minute, but Russia needs to move on. Yeah.
Russia needs to
There
engage.
we go. Then
now.
here they come.
And there goes one Russian infantryman.
Very alone
Against
though,
the whole
but
Poland.
yeah, he's very alone, but he's doing work so far. It's actually
He's
traded
being
out very well
protected
for
by his
damage.
cavalry, though.
Yeah, cavalry's
Iva gets
doing.
Prince. And this
Red War
brave
taking on
Russian infantryman
Sebek as well.
continues pressing on.
He's still alive too, like.
He's still alive and still kicking.
That's pressure. Oh, soft spot takes him
And the
down.
Poles are starting to give their own medicine to the Russians.
Red War just shutting down Carpe there. Russia
Poland down
took
to
this
3.
well. They did a
was
really good
nice,
job attacking
That was
here.
a nice rush by the Russians.
Yeah. No shield on archers. Kind of hurts him here a little bit, but he seems to be holding his own here, Matafix. Oh, then as I
Not
say
anymore.
that, of course.
Commentator's curse.
Yeah.
We should do a silent stream.
Or just
That would be
sing.
the best one for a lot of people, I think. I think a lot of people would prefer that. Basically, Iru, if you win the round, you spawn with the flag. So you get a lot of power doing that. But since Poland there, they had the flag originally, but they lost the round, which means the flag goes to Russia.
They seem to be going left with it.
Yeah, this makes sense for them. I mean, if they played a little bit better than they did the first round, and not give the enemy the position, then they could do. I can't see how Poland attacks this properly.
I'm watching the Russians. They seem to have rebuilt a little bit. The crossbowmen are taking positions, and they have given the flag to an infantryman that has planted it in the middle.
Yeah.
So I see that they are taking things more calmly now, and they're thinking things through.
It doesn't make any sense to give it to an archer.
Yeah, it does not.
I think they gave it to Red War there because it didn't really matter that much, because he was gonna sneak up with the rest of the infantry anyway. But right now they realize like, okay, that's not gonna work.
Is Red War
so
the captain of Russia?
I'm not sure. I
And
don't
then
think
goes
so.
Finor taken down by a shot by Blade.
Is that another archer he took down?
7-2 Blade is, I think, the MVP of the whole match.
Yeah, he's done very well.
Sick Polish archer.
7-2 score here. Kuner's well done well. Carpe Diem taking down
Zdradova.
Zdradova. Yeah.
Zdrdr.
I'm great Russian. But Poland is doing really good here. I didn't think they would be able to do this. I think maybe Russia overcommitted a little bit too much. Because I could see in the back line Cav fighting the Cavs, which
There's still 1 minute
generally
left
don't
for the
need to
Russians
do.
to take this back.
But they do have
And they
to take
can.
it back. though.
We've seen them do it before.
They took it in ruins. Like,
Yes.
If they can take that one, they can take this one. But they're gonna need their Cav to help them. I think maybe they took down 2 Cav, so.
I think the Russian cavalry, with all due respect to their team, is a little bit lacking, considering how good their archers and infantry are. Their cavalry might be a little
Yeah,
bit.
the Cav is their weakness. I mean,
Yeah.
there was one Cav who was really good back in the day, but I don't think he's playing anymore. I mean, not to shake a stick at these Cav either. Like they're decent players for sure, but
They are.
against
Oh,
the might of
this
Poland
then.
here. That was good by
Poland
Russia. I
has
mean,
a
they
very
can
good
still take this
balance.
back.
Yeah.
That's the thing.
that-
Like they don't
They should
get
watch
that
the
much
flag
power
though.
now.
It's still
yeah.
being raised by the Serenids, and it's going to be up there in second.
But now they
Yeah,
all
but
need
they
to
can't
One
make
contest
that.
it.
Russian infantryman, the same guy who advanced alone last round, is advancing now again.
No shield this time though. It's broken it very quickly.
He's still fending the Poles off.
Very true. Oh,
And
nice
down
kill
goes
by him as
Sebastian.
well.
Very surprising infantry play by
They need
Evans
to
for Maxa.
They need to hurry here.
They say that right?
Otherwise, it's just gonna raise. But I mean, this is the bug. Let's see now.
Nah, Poland has this round.
They did fix the
It's
flag.
done.
That's good.
A very good attempt by Russian though.
Yeah, that was good by them. But they were a little bit too slow in attacking there. So now Poland will spawn with the flag. So let's see, where would they put it right now? They cannot place it in mid. They cannot place it on the left side there, so they have to place it on the right.
What's the score?
Yeah, I thought it was 2-2 last time.
Yeah, I'm confused. What happened?
I mean, my score says 2-2.
Yeah, but I don't know this.
I'm not sure if that's legit, though.
I didn't think it was.
I didn't think so either.
I thought it was 3-2.
Maybe chat can help us out. They might be paying better attention than us.
I thought I should have 3-2, but I'm not sure.
Can somebody in the stream chat help us? Robin, maybe?
Yeah, that would be good.
We're pretty much lost. What the hell happened here?
A lot of people speaking.
Yeah, I think
again,
this
that
is
I don't.
a 6.
Yeah, I think.
Yeah, I think they're confused.
So
they're not sure what to do here.
It seems like that last one with the bugged flag, the flag went up, but it somehow didn't count.
Maybe it's the
so
flag.
The bugged flag is bugged again in a different
this
way.
was at the flag position where this flag bug often occurs in Ruin. It was, yeah, if you want to check it, you need to check this flag point where the last Ruin was, but so maybe it's something like this.
Yeah.
But this was never a problem in this way. It was bugged in a different, but like,
yeah,
this is just
you
cursed.
couldn't win on flag. But,
yeah.
Yeah, but this
they
changed,
did.
So maybe it's causing different effects now.
Yeah,
But it's the same bug.
Yeah.
We're being trolled
The
by a
polls
flag.
are pushing
So
the Russians
something
to the
like
map limit.
you didn't put the flag up and lost the round because it doesn't reach the top anymore or something.
I have no
Are you
clue.
realizing that the flag is being ignored for the whole round? They're just
Yeah,
fighting each other in little pockets, and the flag is
can't
standing
trust it
there
anymore.
alone.
It was
This is
like
surprising.
the game counted the last round as a draw.
Yeah.
But yeah, Robin says in chat here it should have been 2-2 as I've seen so far.
okay.
So are we all
Mad?
Blind?
maybe? I mean, all of us, like literally everyone on the server. I feel like the admins are
There
trying
was a
to
huge
hide something
spam
here.
in chat in Russian and Polish.
Yeah.
What was happening?
I saw like, what the fuck? Wasn't it supposed to be
Yeah.
3-2?
Alright, so 3 Poles against 4 Russians.
This must be
Nice
terrible
shot
for
from
Poland.
Russia.
Like they're
Damn, those
losing
carpet
this potentially because of I don't know, like the one who controls time or something. Like they could see into the future, but they couldn't do anything with this. Russia's taking this round. Now it's 3-2.
What's the overall score?
I think at least Poland won this so far. I remember right.
But Russia took 3 here, which means 6-6. I think it's 6-6.
We should definitely do a silent stream.
Yeah, we should. That would be a very
Let's
good
get the
idea.
streamer mod working.
Or that. Let's do that one.
Not
Cool.
that I ever know what the overall score is, because I always mess that up. But
I can't do math. Even easy, like plus and minus, I just can't do it apparently. Can you kill the defender and steal the flag, says Eurotar? I don't know. Gossip,
I
do you
would
know?
suppose so.
Probably yes, I would say.
But I
As
mean,
long
it
as
is
it's not planted, you should be able.
But it is a Swadian flag if it's on the Swadian side. I mean, it has the banner for
I
it.
think you can only pick the flags that are your color, as in the flags that are of your
Yeah,
team.
I think so as well,
Ah.
which means you cannot steal it. But
That-
you might
that
be
I
able
can
to
remember from
reset
the
it.
Spanish match against Bene. I tried to pick up the enemy flag, and I just couldn't.
So you might be able to reset it though. So it goes back to spawn.
And I think if it's on the ground, you have your goal is to defend that flag against them picking it up, so they can't place it.
So
and
that
then-
still becomes a flag.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, I guess you just need to defend it till the round is over, and then they forfeit the round because they couldn't place it. So if you have the flag of them right in front of you, that small one that they carry, and killed the flag carrier, then you have to just defend that thingy so they can't pick it up again.
I wonder if that will ever happen.
I'm not sure.
You have to die in
Yeah,
in
you
a
can
melee
see
fight.
here, so they can't pick up the Swadian flag
Yeah.
at the moment.
Robin says you can't steal the enemy flag.
You should be able to. That would have been a cool feature.
Well,
I would say to
I
do
was
that.
wondering is I think that it could be more interesting if it wasn't like that. Always the same faction is attacker in the first round. Because I think usually when you know, okay, I'm the first team on this map, and I will get the flag. It's more boring because then you know, okay, then they will put it like at the flag spawn in their favor for the first round for an easy win.
Yeah.
And I think that's too predictable. So I would prefer if they have to fight in the first round at a random flag spawn to decide which team is attacker and defender. I would think that would be better.
I would have liked that too.
I would love to see the whole thing revolving around one flag that was dropped and picked up constantly.
It should spawn in
Like
the middle.
like
The
a
first
rocket
team to
ball.
get there gets the flag. That would have been. They could do a race. First person to get the flag
it's
wins.
always like if the new set starts on the map, then you always know, okay, this is the attacking team, and then you can almost say they will for sure. For example, on the last map, it was quite logical to put it on the graveyard for the first round, if you can do that. And I think that it would be more interesting if you have a first small fight, like an instant flag spawn, and then they have to decide which team will actually, are in favor to put the flag somewhere.
I would say so as well. I would like that.
Yeah. That would be also more interesting for the people who watch the stream, because actually if they know, okay, they will do that, then it's kind of boring. And I think it's already quite predictable in Warband, since they have this forced flag spawn. It's always, you know, okay, flag will spawn at 2 minutes, and this is a tough condition, so the outcome of a match is not that flexible as it was if you don't know where the flag spawns and when the flag spawns, for example.
Yeah. What I would like to see is if you kill the flag carrier of the enemy team, you can pick up the flag, and if you then plant the flag, then you get an extra gold bonus. That would be cool.
Yeah, but I guess this is capture the flag.
Yeah. And it wouldn't really make sense. It would be like the counter-terrorist on Counter-Strike.
We should
to
be
plant
starting
the bomb
the last
anyway.
set soon, right?
I think so. I think they're still arguing.
Let's capture the flag mode and see how this works out.
Yeah.
I have the feeling that there's a lot of beef going on in the old chat.
The thing is, nobody can understand each other, so
Yeah.
they're both swearing at each other in their own language, which doesn't help anyone.
Hey, it's one of the charms of the NC, isn't it?
Yeah, that's true. You learn so much new.
Friendly competition.
Yeah, that's. I mean, it is often just friendly competition. Like you always have these rivalries, like Norway versus Sweden.
Yeah, of course.
And
like nothing is in blood.
Yeah.
We're a small community. It's hard to create.
Oh, I have created plenty, but
you're a devil. We all know that.
That's true. I thought I was the Pope. I think my system would be better, but both teams I think are getting ready here for the last set. Which at least will be a final, unless there's like the perpetual flag, which is on the first one. Rest out and live. They're still arguing in the chat as well, like if it should have been. I mean, the thing is, we can. This is the beauty of having it stream. Everyone
watch it over.
I'm being asked if the stream will be up after the match. As in, will you upload it?
Yeah.
For all the captains to see?
Yeah, will do. Okay, and we are live. Motafix taking another shot again. This time he does not have 60 arrows though. So infantry is gonna take the flag. And they're all instantly going towards the most favorable position, which makes sense. I mean, you can't. Why would you go anywhere else unless you want to like completely outsmart the enemy team, which could end up in you just dying. Don't know what this. He's going back. They said restart. Okay.
Restart, so we're gonna live soon. for the last set, Russia versus Poland.
I mean, this could be a very high. Normally, this would be a very high level match.
It would normally be, but think this.
I mean,
begin with, they're not playing at their full potential.
Yeah. I
This
mean,
it's a friendly scrim. They're testing new tactics, as Chad said in the beginning of the stream, and they're not using their best roster. It's probably best to assume that they're playing everyone.
They want to test people out, I think. A lot of clans are doing.
That's true.
Teams are doing this.
They will try for everyone to be played, so they can practice
and see who. I wonder if you could. Okay, this guy's not as good on normal battle as it is in this mod. Well,
yeah,
I don't feel like
this mod is focused
on tactics.
and based around completely different things than the normal classic mode, and maybe just pure skill won't get you through in this mod. It's about clever positioning. It's about zoning the enemy. It's about knowing when, how, and where to move.
Yeah, I think so as well.
And maybe that's why so many teams are having difficulty adapting to this thing.
What have been the tactics in Warband for the last 2 years, basically? I mean, it's essentially the same thing every time.
They have remained static, and this changes pretty much everything.
The only new change is have more cavalry.
Do you think so?
Yeah, I think so. I mean, what else has happened? Do you ever have more than 2, maybe 3 archers on an open map? If you take 4 archers, you
being used by both teams.
Well, I mean, this is Poland. They have some of the. Oh, that was a nice bump couch by
Polish cavalry and Polish infantry are pushing the Russians to the map limit.
See, there are calves everywhere on the screen right now.
Yes. I'm gonna do my new prediction. I think Poland is gonna absolutely destroy the Russians in this set because of their really high level cavalry.
Yeah.
They're just gonna use it with Swedia, and this is pretty much. Look at this round.
Yeah. I mean, do they have all packs as well? I mean,
I think so.
That guy has
Russia
one.
was stormed.
Kuhner
Russia will have to pull out some serious maneuvers to be able to defeat the Polish in this one.
Yeah,
in this set.
Absolutely. Already taken 1-0. So I think the consensus now is that it is a bug what happened on that first set here on this map. But now they're just gonna take the other good favorable position. I don't see them ever going into mid. Then again, why is this heading towards mid now?
And
because the enemy
is being carried by virus again across woman. I cannot understand.
It's being
carried to the center.
This was actually pretty clever by Poland. I mean, they saw okay, Russia is now moving towards the left side, so we could actually just take mid here. But
and planted.
He loses his shield. They should have had him a little bit better defended there, but as you say as well, they really should have just given it to an infantry.
Yeah.
Oh,
they keep doing
sneaky,
that. Oh, nice
sneaky.
shot by virus. Very good.
Now they're fighting in a very close position against 3. Oh,
nice
shot again.
Nice shot by virus.
Very skillful.
Now they're fighting in a really bad position, the Swedes.
Well, kinda, but I mean, they do have the numbers
here. Then again, whilst they're fighting here,
they
Polish
have the
cavalry is picking up the enemies.
They have a massive number advantage, but it's pretty much traded here equally. Poland now taking another kill though.
And virus reloads.
Bumps.
Patiently takes position.
Nice. Oh.
And prepares.
That cavalry, who I cannot for the life of me pronounce the name of, is doing very well.
Yeah, don't try.
I will just insult his family if I do so.
Just releasing Naviachi.
Poland,
thank you.
Raising the flag.
We will now have chat say all the names. We will give her a moment.
Yeah, we will have. Time will be our translator.
I'm not quite super good because I can't speak Polish, but my grandmother was from Poland, so I kind of bit used to the same.
Oh, okay. I mean, this was actually very smart by Poland. I quite like this. There is definitely, but again, they're giving it to an archer.
I totally love the team play that Poland has.
Yeah,
it's like they move as a cohesive unit.
Yeah, for sure.
There's a lot of synergy to it.
It feels like the Russian
teams should look up to.
Yeah, I think Russians very much is playing alone. They're not really team playing as well as especially as Poland. I mean, come on, you can
shout out to the Russia team. You can do better. You are very good.
Oh, absolutely.
You've shown everyone that you can do amazing stuff in the NC years before. I think they pretty much lost their will to fight already.
Maybe, but
it's
I mean,
not like they're trying.
If anyone should have, it should have been Poland. They lost one set, they should be winning. To be honest.
Yeah,
It seems like they're just like, yeah.
But then again, the unstoppable Polish cavalry will go in,
Yeah, that's
and
true.
the rest is history.
I mean, archers as well. I mean, their infantry even is doing good. It's really hard to give like compliments, so to say, to infantry on open maps because often
What
they
can
die.
What can they do?
Yeah, like they either die or they just stand on the flag. But survivability is very commendable. But I still cannot find a good reason why they would give it to an archer. Maybe it is just like, okay, let's just get there as quickly as possible. Whoever's in front, take the flag. This archer here is though.
Alright, so flags unattended. Crossbowmen are taking positions.
I mean, they need to be a little bit at the flag, otherwise
And
it's
the
just
Russian
gonna be a
and
draw.
Polish infantry are having a stirring contest
I wonder
over
now
the
if
left side of the map.
they give any damn about the map flag at all, because this was the bug one, right? So let's see again what happens. Unless Red War wants to be
Okay,
like,
it's
deny us
2-0, so we all see it's 2-0 now, and then
Chat
Memorize
confirmed that
the
it is
score.
2-0. You have to plant the flag.
And we
mean-
have a 2 versus 2 infantrymen fighting.
I think you could
Jersey
just go up and fight.
And
but
Einstein against Ravotige and Elvard. Oh, Jesus Christ.
yeah,
So down goes Einstein. It's a 2 versus 1.
this is looking quite good for
Crossbowman is
Russia.
joining up to help. Matafix. And Polish Cav goes in to support.
It's a very bad position for him to be helping though.
This, and Matafix brings down
Matafix has
the
been
Russian
doing
infantrymen.
very well. The archers of Poland has been doing great work today. So has their cav. Matafix does go down though. Again,
By Volshin,
stupid
very nice shot, accurate.
commentator's curse. Nice
And
shot,
Jersey
but does
is
get
being
taken
cornered
down.
by an infantryman and a cavalryman. He has support though from Knur.
Flag's gonna start raising here in a few seconds.
The flag is still unattended.
Yeah, then,
Overtime, and let's see.
I mean, Russia seems to be taking this. They have 2 players up.
It's 3 Poles versus the rest of the Russians.
They also have.
yeah, but you can see if you have a player next to the flag and raises faster.
Yeah.
In the
Red War's
overtime,
Right now?
because both flags were going up equally, but then there was this Russian player next to the flag, and then it started moving faster upwards.
It also denied Swati the ability to raise at all. Only the Serenit's flag is raising right now.
Perhaps this wasn't the best play of the Poles.
Maybe. But I mean, the question is, when it's spawned 2 places, you cannot spawn one of those 2 places, which means sometimes you have to just give it to the disadvantageous position. I mean, as Iru asked in the chat, like, do you have to plant the flag, or can you just go fight? On close maps, we could see them just go fight sometimes, because you kind of have to. But on open maps, I'm not so sure here. I mean, all the positions now restarted, so Russia can basically have their choice. Looks like Poland knows what they're gonna do. They're gonna go towards mid. But already, because of this, Poland's in a bit of a bad position here.
But they haven't decided where to go yet.
Russia.
And I guess Poland wants to keep them away from putting the flag anywhere, so they are moving like with the Russian team, keep them in their half of the map.
But they're moving completely out in the open here.
They're moving together though, that's an exchange.
That is true, but
They're cohesive, but the Swedian cavalry are
yeah, I
encircled
mean
them
it's Polish.
like a
Swedian
very
cavalry.
dangerous cloud. However, Russian cavalry is also protecting the infantrymen, and I'm pretty sure that they will plant.
Poland is doing a very good job here, just
Zoning the enemy.
Yeah, but
attacking
they
them, yeah,
already
zoning them.
here, the Polish archers can shoot, cavalry is round, and infantry is coming behind them.
Is the
Yeah,
Polish
good call here.
crossfire already set?
Yeah, I see at least 2 archers, not really a crossfire yet, but already in position.
The
to
flag
shoot.
carrier is fighting in the front line.
Matafix was taken down here. Well, Archer is in big trouble. But he gets some help from his team. Oh, a bad.
The Russians are
by
playing
Lego.
aggressively, and the flag carrier is close to death.
It's very true. There's no timer now as well, so
Yes.
they do have the time to fight. Oh,
And down
Lego!
goes Evil, and the flag is down on the ground.
This is very, very, very bad for Poland.
Maybe they should have planted whilst they still could.
Yeah.
This is a very bad turn of events.
But I mean,
However, most Polish people are dead and the flag's on the ground. What does it matter if you can kill the enemy?
yeah, they seem to be just going for him here. 2 only players left.
And Virus is left.
He's probably just gonna...
It's a very interesting tactic, though.
It is,
Prevent them from taking the...
But you see, like, technically Poland did the right thing, trying to just be aggressive towards them, but it is incredibly difficult. It's very difficult to play aggressive on this meta, I think.
I like the Russians. They thought, why should I plant the flag if I'm perfectly able to win this charge? Damn with
also, I mean, Poland has crossbows, and Russia has archers, so...
Yeah, but it was closed. I had 15 seconds left, so you need to be sure it's not a calf that is left, and otherwise they wouldn't have managed to get the last player in time.
That's very true.
Calf has the flag
It's
now.
a 2-2. We'll see the now final round of the match.
It is 8-8 score.
8-8.
So, this is the first time a cavalry has actually had the flag. I'm wondering if it's because... will he drop it? I wonder. No, he's just taking an old flag.
Where's the flag?
One of the cavalry of Svoya.
Oh yes.
Or sorry.
Remember, when a cavalryman picks the flag and goes up the horse, you are considerably slower.
Yeah. Oh,
Ow, Matafix. Nice shot on that Russian infantryman.
Yes, Poland now with 2 kills. It seemed like Russia was just dilly-dallying a little bit too much with the flag, trying to decide who should wear it. Just so to say, like who was to take it.
Good.
Very,
crossfire.
very
Damn.
good shooting by them. Where's the second one? Oh, I can hear him from there. Yeah.
And one Serenade cavalry is holding the flag.
Poland is just destroying them right now.
Yeah. This is pretty much over.
Oh yeah, for sure. 2 players against 7. There's nothing he can do for this. Flag carrier taken down. Only 1 player left. He's gonna try to fight this time. Damn, Sebek.
And let's see, is Eva's last stand.
He tried to jump away from the map. There's no escape. Does get
And
taken
down he goes. The match is over.
9-8, I think, to Poland?
I'm not sure.
Yes, I think they just played. Poland won it so far, didn't they?
I think so. So, what do you guys think? Chat, what do you think?
Yeah, what I think is it would be, at least for this game mode, it has to be that is not depending on the first round, and it's all quite already predictable what happens next. I think there might be some interesting tactics, but as we can see here, the teams are quite unprepared at the moment, and I don't know if like a classic tournament like the Nations Cup, which is yeah, something traditional.
It's an important event for the Woven community.
Should be used to introduce that new game mode in such a time, but I guess it would have been quite interesting to see that game mode because it has some new features and new tactics that should be used, and maybe even it's also that you have more opportunities to decide what you can do and what you shouldn't do, and where to go or where to place the flag. So it's I think it's not that uninteresting as on the first glance some people might thought, but it's quite. The timing is a bit critical. That's what I think.
I think it's actually more fun watching it than it is playing it. From what I've seen, like a lot of teams dislike this mod, and I haven't tried playing it yet. But
how do you personally feel as a streamer?
I could actually see myself enjoying streaming this more than a normal match. The problem is right now there's a lot of overwhelming information, a lot of new things to take into consideration, which means like new streamers, like if you're commentating a match now, you need to learn this stuff, and you need to be able to keep everything in your head at the same time, which is going to be tricky at first. But I actually quite enjoyed watching it more than I did, and I thought I would. I think there's still a few things that should be looked at. I mean, there's clearly still bugs. They definitely need to look into that.
I wonder what happens if the server crashes. Like, might be the case, DDoS or whatever. It's not the first time that this happens during a tournament. So, what are you doing then? You just restarting it?
I'm not sure. I mean, it would probably work the way they're doing it now. They replayed the last round, basically just rigged the match, so to say. Like, okay, this happened. Like, you planted the flag there, you killed him, he killed you, and this stuff. I don't think it changes that much there. I think that that's what
might
they would
affect who has the flag though.
No, I mean because Team 1 always will have the flag.
Yeah, but
Yeah,
say
but
it crashed
if they
after, in the
crashed,
second round after the other team had won.
I guess
So
we
they had
basically
the
have
flag.
to replay the first round entirely, and then
or
just
just
do it.
quick fix the first round by not allowing the one team to get the flag and hand it over somehow.
Yeah.
So might be a need of having some admin feature that you can change which team got the flag at least, so you can go on smoothly after server crash.
Hopefully that will never happen.
Yeah, fingers crossed.
But let's face it, it will happen.
I think there's clearly a lot that still needs to be tested on this game mode, though. I think Nations Cup probably is not the place to run with it. But I would love to see a tournament based on the game mode.
I'm talking to one of the teams here, and he does not like this mod.
Who?
I'll keep names out of it, but like,
All right.
very, very against this.
Yeah, I think we need to have a few public servers up for a while, so everybody gets a
The problem
chance.
is there's only 1 month, and right now.
Yeah, that's why it shouldn't be for the NC.
Yeah,
because the NC is a long-standing tournament.
I would say at this point,
around.
I would not start a team. I would not captain Norway. I would rather stream these matches than I would, because it's probably more fun than actually playing it. Judging just from what people say, I'll test it myself as well at some point, but
I think if they were more relaxed about it, weren't so stressed about it, and were learning a new thing, thought about it as learning a new game, I'm sure people could get into it.
I could get into this, but as I said, like, I think 2 years ago I could have gotten into this. Right now I would say like, nah, like, it's too late. People won't learn a new game mode, basically, which is what this is. Especially for a
I don't know,
commander.
If they said Bannerlord is still 2 years off, then
I think
that's true.
2 years
if
being
I
optimistic.
suggested this half a year ago, I mean, it's like 6 months. It should be enough for the experienced players of a Nations Cup team to get adjusted to that game mode. And also, if I did it 3 months before Nations Cup starts to introduce that game mode, people didn't have enough chance to play on it yet.
Yeah, absolutely.
And that's, I guess, it's the problem with the time. So I guess they would feel more comfortable if they already did a lots of matches in it, and yeah.
Yeah, I think if this was timed differently, I could get behind it. But
I think people should have more time to get used to it, but I also think Nations Cup is not the place to introduce it.
Yeah,
regardless.
like, it's just like Nations Cup is something you don't screw with. Like,
Yeah,
it's
exactly.
it's too important. Like, it's too much of a thing.
It's the most long-standing.
Yeah,
and it's a
it
symbolic.
was the first
event for the
tournament, I
community.
think, as well, wasn't it? Yeah. And people get more upset about Nations Cup, I think, than any other game, like any other tournament.
Yeah, well, you can change your clan, but you can't really change your
Yeah,
nation.
you can't change your nation, exactly. So, but
Oh, can you?
a lot of people have tried.
Yeah, I know. Just joking.
But
Don't mind this old separatist.
Oh, of course not. But they're gonna do a mini tournament, right? Like an invited teams. I would say invite every clan, every team that will play. Do a mini tournament with all the teams because everyone needs a chance to do this. No, but everyone needs a chance to play this game.
Yeah, absolutely. But I would say scrap this Nations Cup, go back
Or
to
yeah,
the standard
that
battle,
would be
and
better.
announce a
still.
tournament for this and have public service.
I mean, clans, for example, could practice because not everyone
I think
is
it would
playing
work
right now.
better with clans. Yeah.
I hope that the creators of this model listening, we appreciate your efforts. It's a really nice thing that you created. But you know, you're here in the community and you're hearing the Norwegian streamer here.
Exactly. The Norwegians
It's maybe
know
some
everything.
notes that you need to take.
From the Norwegian streamers, yes. But yeah, I would be up for maybe not so much playing this, but streaming it for sure. But as I said, like not Nations Cup. I think it's too important to screw with the format right now.
Yeah, and there's not enough time, and Nations Cup really should sort of be started and getting over with, and another clan tournament hopefully on the way.
I think also a lot of teams will not play this Nations Cup if this is the one, then the format. I mean, looking at
that is a fact. Some teams have already pulled off. Finland, for instance, posted in the Turbo's forum that they would not take part in this NC tournament unless the mode was changed. That's quite dramatic that you have teams pulling off because of the mode. That's something that is...
Norway would do the same. I mean, first of all, it's an empty threat a little bit because like we might not even have enough players to play no matter what. But I'm not gonna captain a team. Yeah, I would be if we do this. But
yeah, if it's putting people off, there's going to be a smaller pool of players.
I don't. Yeah. I mean, I don't have the motivation to learn this right now. But I could see myself streaming it. That's it. But I think, does anyone have any last words? Also including in chat. Irvatar and Shocks to say like it should be given a chance, but not in Nations Cup. I think that's generally the way everyone thinks.
Consensus.
Yeah, it seems like it.
Yeah. Also, I think if they do it in the Nations Cup, then people should just participate anyway, not just blocking something. I guess it's might be one of the last Nations Cup. Maybe we have another one. I don't know. So it should be. I think they should give it a chance. But if the organizers of the Nation Cup also open up their ears and maybe think about it again, then could be worth it.
Yeah.
To not stick to it. But I think if they stick to it, I would suggest just play it. It doesn't matter that much.
I
agree to some degree.
I don't think it's sour grapes. I think it's more a case that people don't feel that they can perform through not having time to work out all the wrinkles of the game mode.
Sometimes it's difficult enough to organize a team in general. And now you have to organize a team. Let's say, for example, Norway probably have to take some Napoleonic War players, some mercenaries players, stuff like that, who don't really know native even. And now we need to teach them native. We need to teach them to play to a high standard, so to say. And we need to teach them this. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. And then need them to learn to use the strategies.
Yeah, but maybe it's just that the nations can't rely on what they are used to, and we also don't know who is the nation that can adjust their team to this new setting the quickest. Then maybe it's like more competition in this area than in the usually area of the Nations Cup of battle fighting. So. It's true. It's a new goal for the nations. Can you adjust in that short time and get your team working with that new things without getting totally lost? So we might have new teams that could be surprisingly good in doing that, and what we see from Russia. I don't know whether they I think they tried lots of things out in this thing to see where's the limit of this game mode. But if they play that confused in the Nations Cup, they might not be the one of these teams that are supposed to win it anymore. So maybe we get some surprise winner like Spain or anything like that.
It's unlikely. I think clans with clans even nations with the best players will still win. I don't think you can outplay someone so strategically that, because no matter what happens, you're gonna have to fight, which means you're still gonna need that skill. Like, it doesn't matter if you're the smartest person in the universe. Like, if you can't manual block, you're gonna die. I mean,
Yeah,
Sun Tzu would be proud, but I mean, you're not gonna be able to do these things, I think, in Warband.
But maybe it's like, that building up the team and practicing this new game mode in a short time is like part of the competition.
I think actually the best way a team like that could win is to not fight at all. Basically, just keep your shield up and just like try to play for time. But that might make the game boring. Like, imagine having a team with 8 infantry, 4 shields, no swords. I mean, it's not gonna happen. I don't say it would work, but that would be boring to watch. Which would be my, like, if you only play based on the flag. I wonder if that would work. I'm gonna have to. I might have to try to arrange something there.
Try it.
Yeah, like just 8 infantry on a closed map. I don't know. I mean, this is cool. This is kind of cool. Like, I'm thinking about this stuff. I mean, that's cool, but I don't want to think about it now, a month before
No,
the tournament.
maybe speculate.
I
Yeah.
saw like a medieval fighting tournament. I think from 2015. It was Russia against the US, and they were fighting like a board. I don't know how it's called in English. Like a classic medieval melee tourney part, where you are in very closed area and they fighting 21 against 21, and it was awesome to see, because it was just a mess, because actually the space was so small that they all immediately it was hard to get all the people on the fighting place together, 42. So
Yeah.
and this is like just this what they did in medieval tournaments, fighting on a very small space with some melee people.
Yeah. I mean, I got word saying now that like someone very I don't know. I can't say too many like names, I think, but maybe a full team will not participate that really should. Like, if they don't participate, it's gonna be a massive loss to the tournament. I am assuming they will announce this on the forum. They might even have done so by now. So we should probably end it here. Thank you everyone for watching. Thank you the chat for actually like all of the chats people, not Chat Noir, for giving your opinions, stuff like that. Thank you to Chat Noir. Thank you to Gusset and Aaronman.
Yeah, thanks for asking me. It
Thank
was very
you for having
interesting.
us.
I'm gonna do another one of these tomorrow and another one again on Thursday, I think, depending on if my internet dies tonight, which it might. But stay tuned, and we'll do more of these probably. Have a good night, everyone, and post on the forum your opinions on this, all of this, and have a good night.